Good morning class, how are you today? Great. So welcome back to this video, Learning English with Mr. Ade. Well, on the previous meeting we have learned about good job Ben and Lucy, and you have learned about 9 new vocabularies, and we're going to review some of them. Right, the first one is Ferris Wheel. Ferriswheel. Ferris wheel. So what is Ferris wheel? Great. Ferris wheel is a kind of fairground ride that is like a huge circle rides that you can go in and go up and down in a circular circuit like that. And it's kind of extreme fairground rides. Maybe I don't want to try that. Well, and then the second one is roller coaster. Roller coaster. ROLLERCOASTER. Roller coaster. What is roller coaster? That's right. It's also a fairground ride that has rails like a small train, and the rail is so extreme, and you can go in a high speed, and it's a long train like that. And I have ever tried this before, and it's so amazing, right? Alright, and then the third one is carousel. It's also a fairground ride. Carousel, CAROUSEL. Carousel. For this one, it is kind of fairground ride, but it's not extreme. I think it is proper for the kids to play with this kind of fairground rides. Okay, because it's just a circular toys like horses or the other animal, and you can sit down on that one thing. Okay, and then the fourth is mayor. 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 Mayor is not fairground rides. Okay. Mayor is the most important person in town. He or she leads a city or town. Great. Number 5. Bumper cars. Bumper cars. BUMPERCARS. Bumper cars. Alright. This one also a fairground ride, and it's so amazing, it's so exciting. I like it because you can just like driving a car and you can bump each other, so that's why it's called as bumper cars. Great. The next one is microphone. 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 Microphone is a thing or tools that we use to make our voice louder. Right? Things or tools that make our voice become louder. Great. The next one is band. Right? Band. What is band? Great. It's a group of people playing musical instruments together, and it has so many various musical instruments. It can be like drum, trumpet, or many more. Great. And then the next one is photographer. Photographer. Right? PHOTOGREPHER. Photographer. You must know about this. You must know about this, right? He or she takes picture. His job or her job is just take a picture for some important things, like for their job or for their hobbies, like that. So we call it as photographer. And the last one is journalist. Journalist is a person who works for a newspaper company, So she or he writes a news or story for that newspaper company. Alright? So they are looking for news everywhere. Okay, great. I'm sorry, I haven't spelled the journalist, right? Alright, let's spell together. Journalist. 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 Perfect. So that's 9 vocabulary that you must know for this chapter, and I hope that right now all of you have known about this vocabulary well. So on the next meeting or on the next exercise, if I give you this kind of question, you can answer it well. Alright? Okay. Don't go anywhere, because after this I will explain to you about the next material, which is like WH question and yes no questions. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright students, before I explain about the material of WH question and yes no question, first of all, please take a look at your book, page 5, part 1. There is a journalist who asked some question to Ben, and please listen and circle based on this recording. Are you ready? Okay, listen carefully.
Student's book, page 5. 1. Listen and circle.
Hi, Ben. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Do you like going on adventures?
Yes, I do. It's amazing.
Do you want to be famous?
No, I don't. That isn't important for me.
What do you want to be when you're older?
That's easy. I want to be an explorer.
Oh, what do you like doing in your free time?
I like reading books. Books about treasure and adventure.
What about Lucy? Is she your best friend?
Yes, she is. We go everywhere together. Buster likes her too.
Buster? Who's that?
He's my dog. Lucy really likes Buster. She thinks that he's very clever.
Oh, does Buster help you?
Oh, yes. Buster's very important in all our adventures.
Alright, that's the interview or a dialogue between the journalist and Ben, and I hope that you have got all the answers. So after this, I'll explain to you about the WH question and yes no question. Alright, just now you have listened to the dialogue or interview between the journalist and Ben, and if you listen carefully, the journalist gives Ben some question like, do you like going on adventure? And then, do you want to be famous? And then, what do you want to be when you're older? And then, what do you like doing in your free time? And also, is Lucy your best friend? And the last one is, does Lucy like Buster? So all of the questions are divided into 2 types. The first one is the yes no question and WH question. What's the difference? Okay, let me explain to you. The first one, yes no question, is the question that the answer just only yes or no. Only 2 options, yes or no. And then yes no question is always begin with the auxiliary or to be, like do, does, is, am, are, or did for the past tense. Alright. For example, if the question is, do you like going on adventure? So the answer, it can be yes, I do, or no, I don't. One more time. If the question is, do you like going on an adventure? The answer will be two options. The first one is, yes, I do, or no, I don't. That's for the yes-no question. Alright, one more example for yes-no question. This one. Is Lucy your best friend? This one, we use is to be, right? Is Lucy your best friend? And the answer will be yes, she is, or no, she isn't. That's all. I think it is clear for yes-no question. Alright, now the second is WH question. What is WH question? It is a kind of question that the answer will be a detailed information. And the question word is just like what, who, when, where, why, or which, and how. Okay, for example, what do you want to be when you are older? And then the answer is detailed information like I want to be a pilot, I want to be a teacher. Not yes, no yes, no answer. Okay? Take for another example. How? How old are you? I'm 26. I'm 10 years old. Like that. So the answer is not yes or no, but detailed information. Right? Okay. So one more time. WH question begins with the words like what, when, where, who, why, which, and how. Right, I think it is clear enough for the explanation. And then your task today, your assignment today is the first one from your student's book, page 5, part 1, that you have listened just now. Listen and circle, that's the number 1. And then the second assignment is the workbook, page 5. So please do it part 1 until 3. And don't forget to submit to me by WhatsApp. Alright, I think that's all for today. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day, have a nice weekend everyone. Thank you.